Jamie, we've seen you out this morning on Sire De Grugy. Just how pleased have you been this week with his workload stepping up a little bit?
Yeah, I've been happy with him. He's been working good, and he did a first real hard bit yesterday, and he got a bit tired, but that's expected. You know, he'll improve for that, and yeah, it's all going okay.
We've not seen him on the track for quite some time. He had that setback back in November. Just talk us through the timescale from when he got the setback to now, and what he's been doing in between.
Yeah, well, he had the setback, and yeah, basically he actually just did it rolling, and there's a stupid little thing that happened, and he had 4 weeks on the walker after that, and then it was 4 weeks getting ridden and walking and trotting, and then he started cantering. I can't actually remember when. I think it was about Christmas time, a bit before Christmas. He started cantering then, and he's just been picking up since then. So, but yeah, it was a bit of a slow process, but it was. We thought initially he had done something quite serious, and so we half wrote the season off. So effectively, we've been quite lucky that it wasn't as bad as what we thought. It was just pulled a muscle, which is ridiculous.
Obviously, it's been frustrating to have him off, but obviously quite pleasing at the same time to know there was no lasting damage. Yeah,
that's right, and it wasn't a serious injury really, you know. So like when horses get legs and when they fracture and stuff like that, then it's always a longer. They're off longer, but this one it literally was pulled muscles, and it was just 4 weeks on the walker, and then so it wasn't too bad. He didn't lose too much fitness, you know, really. Yeah, so but it's gone okay since then.
And it must have been awfully frustrating for you at that point in the season when he's come back, showing all the same sort of spark he had last year.
Yeah, it did. It hit me hard because I thought I was keeping it quiet, but I was actually happy. I thought he was working better at that stage this year than he was last year, you know, and that's why it really hit me harder, because I thought if he'd been working bad prior to getting injured, I'd have thought, well, he had a hard season last season, we've just bottomed the horse, but he was going as good as I'd ever known him, and that's why it hurt me, because I thought he could have achieved what he did last year again, you know.
And from what you've seen in his work since the setback, do you feel he's shown the signs that he's back to where he was at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, he is. You know, he's working good. I have been very happy with him. He's done a lot of conditioning work, like long, steady canters, and I've been cantering him in pretty soft ground and stuff like that. So he's been working hard, and now we'll start doing the fast work on him. And I think he'll be spot on for Newbury. I really do.
And we're all heading towards Newbury in a couple of weeks' time. And will we see improvement, you think, from going into the race to the way he comes out of it?
Yeah, I always used to think he'd improve for his first run, but he hacked up at Chepstow last year, and then he got beaten in the slur chase, and which it did surprise me, but I thought he just wasn't good enough on the day. But I always think he does improve for his first run, definitely. He thrives off his racing, I think he'll give a good account of himself at Newbury, and then that should put him spot on for the Queen Mother.
And just give us, Jamie, an indication of how hopeful and excited you are about going back to defend your Queen Mother crown.
Yeah, I'm hopeful, but I'm realistic at the same time. I know that there's other horses in the race, and there's like last year I was respecting horses like Captain Conan, and he pulled up in it because he's beaten us before, and I mean, like I even thought Summersby's always done well, Module, and then this year we've got Dodging Bullets to contend with, and obviously Sprinter Sacre, but like Dodging Bullets, he's doing what we done last year, so you can't knock that horse one little bit.
So you'd go back there respectful of the field rather than going back thinking we've won it last year, we're the horse to beat.
Yeah, like I've been trudging around long enough now. I know that I know we're definitely not a certainty, you know, but I'd love to see the horse get there, and I'll be happy with him getting there. And if he's there in the same form he was last year, then I do think he is the one to beat.
And if you were to go back and to win a champion chase for the second year running, what would that mean to you and the whole team here?
Yeah, that would be tremendous. I mean, for me, my life hasn't always just been about Cheltenham. There's always been plenty of other races, and I enjoyed all of them last year. The Tingle Creek, the Clarence House, the Desert Orchid. I enjoyed all of them, and I'm gutted that I've missed out on all them ones. But yeah, it'll be tremendous if he can win there. But if he doesn't win there, and I mean, life goes on. I'm pretty used to getting a bit disappointed in the game as well, you know.
And given we've got Cheltenham to come as his second start of the campaign, there are still other nice prizes to look forward to towards the back end, the likes of Aintree, Punchestown and Sandown as well.
Yeah, I think the horse does like Sandown. I'd be surprised. I mean, Aintree's 2.5. The owners live up there near Liverpool, but I'd be surprised if he went to Aintree. And Punchestown, I doubt we'll go over there. You know, I'd imagine, hopefully all being well, we'll go Newbury, Cheltenham, Sandown again as a Grade 1 and try and win that race for a third year in the row, the Celebration Chase.
And it's been the big talking point over the last few days about Sprinter Sacre, his comeback at Ascot over the weekend. You rode in the race, you saw him from just in front of you for much of the race. What did you make of his comeback, and how do you think his prospects are going forward?
Yeah, look, they're obviously, they'll be happy that they're happy with the way he ran. Look, I rode in the race, it rode a good race, it was a proper test. The horse I was on was, he's only rated 152, and I was close up to him, well, not that close, but I could see everything that was going on. And yeah, he travelled into it nicely, and then he got tired, you know, but I guess they seemed happy enough with him, and I respect their opinions. But it wouldn't frighten me off from ever taking him on. And I mean, we took him on last year in the Desert Orchid Chase. We're not scared of the horse, you know.